Quick question. I'm sorry if I didn't warn you at all, but there's a lot of really good comedies, right?
Oh, yeah.
Lots.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't a lot of comedy sequels.
No.
What's your favorite?
My favorite comedy sequel.
So don't quote us on this because I'm
Ace
literally...
Ventura, When Nature Calls.
Really?
Yes.
There's a lot of weird things about that movie. I'm gonna have to go Wayne's World 2.
Yep.
Definitely. I was thinking about Wayne's World 2 recently, and I actually think I like it slightly more than the first. I will watch the first any day because of the nostalgia factor. I've seen it a billion times. But I really like a lot of stuff with the sequel. Yeah. Bye!
Hello, the Internet.
Oh, the Internet! How's it going?
Welcome to Unprofessional Movie Reviews.
Welcome to Unprofessional Movie Reviews! I thought I was going to repeat you. This is Mark, and this is Billy. This is Mark, and this is Billy. Welcome to Unprofessional Movie Reviews. This is Mark, and this is Billy, and we're going to be reviewing Neighbors 2. Or Neighbors 2, if you want to say it wrong, but funnier.
Yeah, what are we drinking tonight, Mark?
We're drinking some apple wine.
It's Thumbs Up Winery from Minot, North Dakota.
It is fucking delicious.
It's really good.
Okay, the way this works is we unprofessionally review movies. The way it works is we're going to give you a tiny little non-spoiler synopsis of Neighbors Part 2, and then I'm going to ask you to click like and subscribe and do all that internet stuff. Mm-hmm. And after we give the little non-spoiler synopsis, we're going to give you the positives, and then the negatives, and then a tailorized rating between 0 and 10. 10 meaning we like the movie, 0 means it sucked. Really bad. We haven't given it a 0, just only a 0.5.
I've never given that one that low. I've only ever given it 2. I think that was my lowest.
What do you give The Room?
I wasn't there for that. That was you and Taylor.
Oh, shit. Okay, that's good. I give it a 0.5. Alright. Let's get on it. What's Neighbors 2 about?
Neighbors 2 is a sequel to the really popular comedy Neighbors 1, which came out in 2012, 13?
Something like that. I liked it, though. Me and Leslie just bought it for $7 and watched it like 2 days ago, so all this universe was fresh in my head.
Yeah. And the first one was about a family of 2 parents, well, a man and a pregnant woman, right? Or she had the baby already? Okay, so it was man, woman, and baby, and it was man and woman against frat house that was, like, what was the deal? It's just that they needed to get sleep, right? And they hated having
that they were just being...
Right. They wanted this frat to stop having such ridiculous parties because it was ruining their lives.
But they made it personal because they wanted to be cool with them, but they took it one step too far. They weren't supposed to call the cops, and then they didn't. It started a war. Yes. So now, flipping forward a couple of years.
Yes, this is a couple of years later. Their child is now like 4 years old, and they are trying to sell their house because they're moving to a new house that they've already bought, and they've got buyers lined up for their house, but it's an escrow, so they've got 30 days to back out if they get cold feet.
I now know what escrow means.
Yeah. And this new sorority, this group of sorority girls who don't want to be in a typical sorority because they can't throw parties in their own house and party their own way, so they take over the old frat house, which is right next to the house they're trying to sell, and they start their own sorority, and they throw ridiculous parties there. And
hilarity ensues.
It turns into a war between the two.
Zac Efron's part of it and thrown in the middle. Yep.
And Carrie is in it, Hit Girl, isn't it?
Yep, Chloe Grace Moretz. I'm the one who memorizes names. Chloe Grace Moretz plays the sorority girl. Alright, moving on to positives.
Positives.
Opening scene of this movie is the same type of opening scene as in the first one. It's them awkwardly having sex.
Yeah.
Now, I don't like rehashing 100% storylines. I don't like comedies going way off, but even though Ghostbusters is a great movie and Ghostbusters 2 is good, it's only good because they took away all the success of all the Ghostbusters from the first one. They just like, oh, no one likes them again, we have to win over the whole city again. And that I was like, why? And I hate it when they do that. I hate it when we go back to step one. Don't move back just for the sequel. Hangover 2 is one of the worst comedy sequels ever because it was literally the same movie.
And I hated it in Dragon Ball Evolution, how they followed the exact same plot of the original Dragon Ball series.
Moving on! moving on. So I immediately was like, come on, they're starting off with an awkward sex scene again? No, it was funny on its own. It wasn't them having sex in front of the baby, which was the one before. It was a completely new, and guess what? It taught us something.
About the plot.
About the plot. And it brought in, and it did it in a kind of cliche, but still funny way.
Yeah.
And that, right away, I'm like, I don't give a shit. This is going to be above a 5 for me, because that opening scene won me.
Yeah.
So that's my first positive. You got one?
My first positive is the things that they brought back were the good things, like the airbag pranks. That was probably my favorite part of the first movie, was the airbag pranks. So
the one moment off, it's going to have to spoiler, but that is great.
Yeah, when they bring back the airbag, you know you're in for a treat. The performance by Zac Efron, he keeps surprising me.
You want to rock down performances?
Yeah, that's
Zac Efron was funny. His character is weird. He's not my favorite character, but he's fine as him. He played the part well. So he's definitely a positive. Seth Rogen's on fucking point.
Yeah.
He was on point.
Yeah. Rose Byrne is okay.
I don't know. I dislike Rose Byrne a lot.
Me too.
I love this character of hers, and I loved her in Neighbors, and I loved her and I liked her in Neighbors too now. Like, her in Spy, she didn't get me as much. The one line she had in Attack of the Clones was alright. Yeah, you didn't know that, did you?
No, I did.
Deal with that. Oh, you did? Okay. Well, did you? But anyways, yeah, Rose Byrne's a hit and a miss, but for me it was a hit. So I'm going to go with a boom. The other people, fun, I got another. Oh, Dave Franco! I loved him. I'm sorry, but they do something really weird with this character, and even him was like, what? And I was like, yeah, no, wait, give me a minute. And I think they pulled it off, and I bought it. And I didn't think I was going to buy it, and I bought it.
And that twist in his character was not hinted at in the first movie, was it?
No, zero. And that was even brought up. It wasn't one of those untied up things where I'm like, okay, it doesn't make sense that this character's doing it. They're like, this is why the character's doing it. Boom. Loved it. There's performances. You know more positives? I got a couple more.
I just laughed a lot. That's really all.
That was my next one. This movie's really funny. It's a comedy that a lot of gutbusters. Actually, I laughed. I was the only one in the theater laughing at some points, but I'm not taking them back. I think they earned that laugh.
There weren't a whole lot of jokes that didn't land.
Yeah, there really wasn't. And even the ones that did land, I was still chuckling. Like, they were still fine. They weren't, embarrassingly funny, like Dumb and Dumber 2.
Yeah, they didn't shy away from date rape jokes either.
No.
And connecting them to frats.
No, there was a lot of that that brought up. I'm going to have a gray one. I want to talk about it. So it's do you have any more positives? Because this one's going to segue into a negative.
Yeah, go ahead.
I like that the girls, the sorority, were very anti-fucking rape culture, which I'm not a big fan of it. And I know you even hate the words rape culture, but yeah, it's a thing. People don't like being called hoes anymore, and they brought that up. And I would have really hated the sorority, like, let's be slutty hoes! Be like, wow, that's terrible. So they brought that up. Yay for feminism. And the negative was, a lot of it was that really, really bad internet feminism where it's like, you're a man, so you don't get anything, and it's stupid, and you're a white person, so you want to rape me. These are really bad feminisms, and that's my biggest negative, was that. And it took me out of a lot of scenes, a lot of potentially really beautiful scenes, and yeah, I believe you got something to say on it?
The underlying message of this whole movie is that women can be inconsiderate assholes too. And I guess it's true.
Yeah, that's literally what it was.
And
it was
they try to make it sound like they're doing something bigger on behalf of all women while doing it, but no, really the underlying message is women can be inconsiderate assholes too.
Yeah, no, that's not really his interpretation. That's kind of what it was. It was like, why can't we just drink around and be pieces of shit and just get drunk
and get mad at our neighbors who don't want us to party?
Why can't we do that? Is it because we're women? And I think
sororities aren't allowed to party.
I think they did play on that and mock themselves a lot, where it's like, why are you throwing tampons at that house?
Yeah.
It's like, what? If you threw dicks, it's fine. no, neither of that's fine. And then he's like, okay.
There's a difference,
Yeah.
though, because you don't actually throw
a dick.
disembodied dicks at a window. You might throw, like, jelly dicks or disembodied...
But I didn't like that for a while whenever they used that defense.
Real fucking blood? Ugh.
Yeah. But for a while when they used that defense, we were like, yeah, damn it, they're using the sexism defense. We have to use it. We have to be okay with it. And then when they're like, throwing tampons, we're like, that doesn't work now. Don't use that defense now.
Right.
That's disgusting.
Like, by anybody's standards, throwing blood, like, I don't care if it's a tampon, that's fine.
No, blood's
like,
blood, man.
Blood is blood, exactly. If you were fucking, like, filling water balloons with blood donated from your pledges, it would still be fucking gross.
It's neither way, period, blood doesn't make it gross or better.
If you wanted to draw an actual comparison, then say something like, use condoms at the window.
Yes, that's sick, too.
That's an actual comparison you could have drawn.
Too. Okay. Moving on from that, Chloe Grace Moretz, I know is a decent actor. I'm not going to say talented.
She's okay.
She's okay. I still say Hit Girl was one of the best performances of a child actor, because she was a lot younger than I've ever seen. She's great as Hit Girl. I honestly don't know who to blame. Maybe you can help me. Did she suck in this, or was she extremely poorly written?
She sucked in Carrie, and it's very easy to tell that she sucked in Carrie.
Okay, did she suck in this?
No, this wasn't her.
This is poorly written.
Yes.
Okay, her character was poorly fucking written then. A lot of her scenes, I was like,
I found her believable, though.
Really?
Yeah, I found her believable.
I found her friends, a lot of her friends
were
kind of believable.
I don't know how many, 18-year-olds you've been around lately. I've been around a lot of them.
I legally should be around.
And
18-year-olds.
The thing about 18-year-olds, I'm sorry for our 18-year-old audience members, but it's very true. You think that adults are these, dinosaur people who can't relate to you. You think that they haven't been where you are, and you think that they don't know anything about you. No. But the thing is, they are you. They were you.
Yeah.
So they know exactly.
We're still you. We just have to pay bills and we're pissed about it.
And we weren't glued to our phones when we were your age.
Yeah, but I'm glued to my phone now. Oh, shit. I probably missed the Snapchat during this. What? I probably did.
Okay, you're older than me, and you just made me feel old.
Dude, Snapchat's so much fun. Okay, any more negatives? I don't actually have a lot. Because, like we said, all the comedy actually hit, and it's a comedy.
Yeah.
Even if this was a drama, a big underlining moment or big underlining plot like the sexism thing would ruin it. But it doesn't for me at all. I can kind of laugh over it. I totally can. It doesn't take me out of the movie because it's still funny. It still fires on that.
My biggest negatives for this movie are in the writing. Character motivations don't make a whole lot of sense.
No, you're right.
You've got a very quick conflict resolution at the end, which doesn't make sense at all.
It's literally a lecture and we're fine.
Yeah.
It's like, we tried to talk to you guys 30 times. Well, I don't know, do it again when we're vulnerable.
Yeah.
And that's literally how it went.
We made all these shitty
Spoilers.
decisions and they're blowing up in our face and we don't like it. Let's hate each other now. It's without spoiling anything, it's a huge character turnaround that doesn't make sense, even for flighty 18-year-old girls.
Yeah. And spoiler alert, because we kind of just gave away the ending, but so did the trailers. One thing I'm going to say is, if you haven't seen all the trailers yet, and you are contemplating going to see the movie, just go see the movie. A lot of the trailers ruined a lot of the jokes, and it actually ruined it for me watching them. So, go in flat. I'm telling you right now, if you want to laugh, you will.
I will tell you, though, if you didn't like the first movie, you won't like this one.
Oh, yeah, definitely. If you didn't like Neighbors, you will not like Neighbors.
If you liked Neighbors, you will like this one. That is a solid guarantee.
Yeah.
So I'm ready to give my rating.
Do it!
I give this movie 7.5, or 7 out of 10 half-cocked messages. And it's got a little voice bubble that says, girls can be considered assholes, too.
Hey.
Half-cocked.
We did it again.
7 out of 10.
7?
7 out of 10.
I got you by a half. 7.5 out of 10 bloody tampons!
And I thought you were going to go with airbags.
I'm not going airbags. I would for the first Neighbors, but now it's bloody tampons in your face. In the window of the scene.
Bouncing off the window. Flying in through the window. Little girl.
Okay. Whew. That little girl stole the fucking movie. How did we forget that?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, the little girl is amazing. Their daughter who grew up is fucking phenomenal.
There's a reoccurring joke with her that's fucking hilarious.
That shouldn't land in nails
every time.
And I was like, okay, that's too cheesy.
Sometimes they don't even acknowledge it, and
nailed
it's just there.
Yeah, it's so good.
And there's a really great scene right at the end that almost had us in tears.
Oh, we were laughing our fucking asses off.
No, not that kind of tears, like legit tears.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, so there's a extremely subtle, this is back to positives, there's an extremely subtle, beautiful moment at the end, which came out of nowhere. I'm going to make a comparison. That's a really bad comparison, but this is how I felt this would remind me of. Remember Captain Phillips?
No, I haven't seen it.
Tom Hanks movie, so Tom Hanks gets taken by Somali pirates.
And one of them is from MSUM, where I went to school.
I got a funny story I can't tell you on camera about him.
Okay.
But anyways, so he got nominated for Best Supporting Actor, Academy Award. But anyways, right at the end, Captain Phillips or Tom Hanks holds it all together the whole movie, and then he like has to get a physical by a doctor, and then he just starts bawling, like real fucking tears, bawling and like trying to apologize. And it was one of the like. It was a scene that I was like, oh yeah, I just remembered that Tom Hanks is one of the better actors working today. I fucking forgot. This was almost that for me. I was like, what happened? Whoa.
I wouldn't go that far.
No, it wasn't as good. But that's Tom Hanks. It wasn't nearly as good. But instead it was almost like it did that. It reminded me.
The way it was set up.
And it was like out of nowhere. Yeah. And it was like, hey, we're going to slap you with humanity. Bam! Yeah. And I was like,
this is what it's like to be a parent.
Yep. Yeah, and it was great because it was literally juxtaposed with dick and dildo and shit jokes, and then like amazing, beautiful parent moment. Loved it. Okay, that's our review. What should we throw at him?
I want to recommend a book.
Recommend a book?
Yeah, I just got finished listening to the audiobook of Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. If you like the movie, you'll love the book. It's better than the movie. It's gorier.
Yeah, it's more violent. That's what I was going to say.
You get more character
and more sciencey shit.
More sciencey shit. Tons more sciencey shit.
A lot more sciencey shit.
I just finished it today, and I can't wait to go home and watch the movie again.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Great movie, great book.
Okay, I got two things. I will put in the description a link to, I believe, was it all three of us who did Spy, or was it just me and you?
No, it was all three of us.
It was all three of us who went and saw Spy. I'm going to throw that in there. And I'm going to do two because you didn't do one. I'm going to throw in mine and Taylor's The Night Before in there because that it reminded me a lot of this. It was a really funny Seth Rogen movie that I keep recommending. Go watch Night Before. Yeah. So I'm going to throw both of those in there, and so Spy, Night Before into the description for you to watch. And also, I picked up HBO Now, and I've been watching The Wire like all the time. If you haven't seen The Wire...
Well, we ain't going to give you a fucking link for The Wire. You can find it on your own.
Man,
I'm not going to give you a link for Jurassic Park either.
Yeah, go buy a book, you fucking zombies.
They have this really cool, like, leather-bound version at Barnes & Noble. It's, like, all, like, white and leathery, and then it has a red graphic on it.
All right, let's shut this up. We can keep talking.
Wait. We're at 1721, 1722, 1723,
Bye!
1724, 1725.